Jamal Khashoggi was a patriot. He loved his country. He believed in the kind of reforms which the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has said he is in favor of. What Jamal wrote in his columns for the Washington Post was, I want to help the country get to the place that the Crown Prince says he wants to get to. But you can't get there by locking up the people who are on your side and by locking up people who express themselves freely. There's a lot more we don't know than what we do know. What we know is that he entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul last Tuesday at 1:30 and hasn't been seen since. The idea of a government luring one of its own citizens onto its own diplomatic property in a foreign country to murder him for the peaceful expression of his views would be unimaginable. If the story that was told about the murder is true, the Turks must have information and videotape and other documents to back it up. If the story the Saudis are telling, that he just walked out of the embassy, the consulate after half an hour, if that's true, they ought to have facts and documents and evidence and tapes to back that up. The idea that he should then be held responsible for what he did, or the Washington Post should be held responsible for what it is, preposterous. People who should be held responsible if there was a crime are the criminals. And we ought to find out who the criminals are and make sure they're held responsible.